Hi everyone, this is Jean. So I'm going to show you how I print and cut this treat bag using Silhouette Studio and Lettering Deluxe papers and images. So if you're ready, let's start. So I am using the Silhouette Studio Designer Edition because I'll be using a couple of SVGs, and I am going to set my page to letter size because I am going to be using a letter size paper. I will also show the registration marks right from the start since this is print and cut. So the cut for the treat bag comes from a Lettering Deluxe SVG. I will be using the pinch bags or pinch boxes SVG set. I am just going to drag and drop box number 1 onto my virtual mat. Now as you can see, it is too big to fit onto my paper, so I will resize it to about 75% of its original size. And now it fits nicely. So I'm going to cut a window out of this box so that a little bit of the treat shows through, and I'm going to use a rectangle as a guide. Now this rectangle can also be used as the cut size for the acetate window, and I want to use a circle or an oval, so I will use the oval tool, and as you can see I need to align it since it is kind of off center, so I will just select both the rectangle and the oval and align it horizontally, and it is now centered. I could move this rectangle to the side since I do not need it now. Now the next step is to join the oval to the box. So I will select both and go up to the top menu, click on Object, Modify, and Subtract. So now the circle will be cut out, a window will be cut out on the box. So if you use Make the Cut, this is similar to Boolean join. So now that I have the shape of the box ready to be cut out, I really want to use a nice pretty Lettering Deluxe paper to make this box. So what I will do is to drag and drop this Honey Bunny's background paper, and I'll just drag and drop onto the box. So before I can send this box to print and cut, I need to make sure that the cut lines are all there. Now for a Lettering Deluxe SVG, I need to actually ungroup it before the cut lines will even show. So I'm going to do a Ctrl U to ungroup and show the cut style. Select the file, and now I can set it to cut. There are actually 4 lines. If you like, you can set that to cut as well. Personally, I like to set it to no cut because I prefer using my scoring tool. So I will set it to no cut. And not only that, if I set it to no cut, these white lines, I don't know if you can see on your screen, I hope you can. There is this white lines that will show if I should print this box out. So I will need to send that to the back. Let's try that again. Okay, maybe I need to do it outside. Okay, let's send it to the back. Now when I send it to the back, all these white lines will not show. Okay, so let's go back and select all of it and send all of them to the back. Like so. Okay, so I could set this to no cut, or if you prefer you can set it to cut. So at this point, just click on this Send to Silhouette button and print and cut the box out. So the next step, I will show you how to print and cut the little decorations that I used to decorate my box. So I used several of the images from the Honey Bunnies graphic set to decorate my box. Now before I bring any of the designs onto the mat, let's close this cut style window. And now we will drag and drop, say this cheek onto the mat, and it comes in really big, so I will resize it by using the scale window. I will lock the aspect ratio and change the height to about 1.5 inches. I will click apply, and because it is a graphic, it doesn't come with its own cut lines. So in order for me to print and cut, I will first need to make a trace. I will select the trace area. Now let's zoom in a bit to see it clearer. Okay, so I have selected the trace area. I will uncheck high pass filter and increase the threshold to 100%. And I will trace the outer edge. So now it has a cutting path. Now I want to make an offset. So I will click the offset, and the offset distance, I will set it to maybe about 0.5. I will hit apply, and because I want to use it as a highlight to highlight the cheek, I will fill that offset with white and send it backward so that the cheek shows through. So this method would be the same for the other pieces that I used to decorate the box. So now let me show you quickly how I made the little banner. I actually used the pennant SVG, and it's pennant number 5. And I don't need the whole thing, I just need half of it. So I will draw a rectangle, place over it, and selecting both, I will use Object, Modify, and Subtract so that I am left with just this one half. Now it is still too big for what I need it for. I'm going to scale it down. First I will lock the aspect ratio and change the width to 0.7. I will hit enter, and I will rotate it so that it is 90 degrees clockwise. And now I think it will fit better. Now let's just zoom out to take a look. Yep, I think it's a good size. So let's zoom in again. So I want to write the word treat on the banner. So I will use this font tool and selecting the LD this and that font. Okay, where is it? Oh, I just missed it. This and that. There we go. This and that. And I don't need the text size to be 72 point. Let's just start with 36 maybe and see how it looks like. So I will type treat in capital letters, T-R-E-A-T. Now let's zoom in for a better look. There we go. So since I'll be printing it and not cutting it, I want to fill this with color. Otherwise it will just print the outline. So let's fill it with, say, a pink, maybe this color. And I want to highlight the letters, so I am going to make an offset. But I will need to ungroup it first, since the letters are set pretty close together. Let's separate it to give each letter more room for the offset. And now we can make an offset and set the offset distance to maybe 0.05. Maybe a bit more, yeah, 0.05. Okay, so let's hit apply. And I'm going to fill the offset with white. Again, that's just to highlight it. And I could set the line color. Now the line color is red, but I could set the line color to black if I wanted. And of course, so that it shows after when it prints, I'm going to set the line thickness to 0.5, and now it looks better. Okay, now I do not want the banner, the pennant to be a blue color, so I'm going to use my background paper to fill it with, say, green. So I'm going to drag and drop, and next I will just do a Ctrl C and a Ctrl V a couple of times so that each letter has a place on the banner. So what I did next was to check if the letters are too big or whether they fit on the banner. Now all this need to be sent to the back so that the letters will show. So let's bring T. Now if the letter is too small, just scale it down by dragging on the corner. Okay, I'm not going to show all the letters, how I scale down all the letters. So basically this is the idea. Now one more thing, before you print and cut, always check the cut lines. So let's just turn on the cut style window, and if nothing is set to cut, just remember to turn the cut lines on. Okay, we do not want to cut out the letters, so we will just set the cut lines for the edge of the banner. And for this cheek, it's the same thing. We will just set the outer edge. So if you can, let me try to get the edge. There we go. Okay, so at this point, just arrange your designs or your little cutouts onto the paper here. Let me just move this box away and move the cheek in. And of course, when you're ready with the banner, just move all these elements onto your paper or your virtual mat, and just click on this Send to Silhouette button and follow the instructions to print and cut. So once it is all cut out, just just assemble your box and decorate it. So if you want to see how my box look like, just please go back to my blog under cherrytree.com. And once again, you can also find me on Facebook. Just search for Under a Cherry Tree. Alright, so thanks for watching this video. Bye.